and thank you for joining me once again. Today was a lovely day. I'm about to go on holiday in 2 days. So today is Monday. I'm heading out on Wednesday to the Harz Mountains in Germany, and we're going to be doing a lot of walking. In preparation of which, my fiance and I went for a walk of 11 kilometers and a bit in the area here. It's very. I think it's about 16 kilometers from my home. In a place called Amarong. And if you ever have a chance to visit, it's really lovely. There's a lot of rural area, but there are some hills there. And we started at 10 meters high and we went all the way up to 70, which might not be a whole lot, but it's still something, you know. We don't get that a lot in Holland, and it was really fun to do that. And then we came home and we watched some episodes of The Office. Then we made pancakes together, and she was completely pooped. So I had her shower and go to bed, and then I went home and did some gardening here, taking care of the plants on the rooftop terrace. And I figured we should get to it and finally finish Knights of the Old Republic. It's still before 11 p.m., so I might as well, I think I'll have some time to finish that last stretch. If you remember from yesterday, I got a little careless, and the storm beasts got me, a sort of sandwich of storm beasts. Now, today, I wanted to start a little bit, starting with the Gospel of today, and I read it. It's a part from Matthew. It's really interesting. A young man comes to Jesus and says, "Teacher, what must I do to gain eternal life?" And Jesus says, "Why do you ask me about the good? Oh, sorry, why do you ask me? Yeah, there's only one who is good." Sorry, this doesn't. Let me read it to you. A young man approached Jesus and said, "Teacher, what good must I do to gain eternal life?" Oh, I got a little visitor here. Hello? Hello, are you a little visitor? I got my cat here. Bless you. Hello? Come in. Yeah, there she is. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna have to let her escape. Yes. Yeah, I'm just looking up. Yeah, muy bien. Come on. Come on, if you're looking about. So, what good must I do to gain eternal life? In Holland, in Dutch it's translated a little different. He calls Jesus good. And then Jesus says, "Why do you call me good?" So it's kind of interesting how this got translated differently in this in the Bible. In the Bible we use in the Catholic liturgy in Canada. And then Jesus says, "Why do you ask me about the good?" In Dutch it says, "Why do you call me good?" Anywho, there's only one who is good. So then the Dutch translation makes a bit more sense then, hey? Doesn't it? "If you wish to enter into life, keep the commandments." He asked him, "Which ones?" And Jesus said, "You shall not kill, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness, and honor your father and your mother, and you shall love your neighbor as yourself." And then the young man says, "Well, all of these I have observed. What do I lack? What still do I lack?" Jesus says, "If you wish to be perfect, go, sell what you have, and give to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven. Then come and follow me." When the young man heard this statement, he went away sad, for he had many possessions, it said. And that's how the reading ends. My God, I shouldn't have the Coke before I did this. No disrespect intended. So it's really touching. When the young man heard this statement, he went away sad because he had many possessions, implying that he never ever came back. I had a little talk with Annabelle, my fiance, today, exactly about that. And she said she sometimes felt a little bit frustrated with the church, um, and with some of the teachings. As if you know me, we're living separate. We're about to get married, but we have not yet, um, you know, slept together. If I'll put it plainly. Um, and we live separately because we want to try and keep the commandments of the church such as we can. Um, and we were talking a little bit about sometimes how some things the church asks us to do make us sad, and well, but we do try and understand it, and well, how to phrase that. And even within marriage, not all the things you do sexually are good. And we talked a little bit about that. Um, and, well, I said to her, yeah, she's like, what if this happens? What if that happens? And I don't want to go into too many details about a very private matter. But I said, well, if you look at Jesus, a while ago we were talking about the Pharisees testing Jesus by saying, "Can we divorce? Can I divorce a woman?" That's the question, and Jesus says, "No, you can't do that. There, once you marry, you're one flesh, and what God has put together, man should not separate." And then he said, "Well, Moses gave us the permission to send her, our wives, a letter of dismissal, so you could separate her." And Christ says, that is because you have a hardness in your heart. Your heart is hardened. That's why Moses allowed you to do that, but that is not how it was meant to be. So, to me, it's really interesting. Moses, of course, the prophet of the Lord for Israel. It seems like an acting for God, I suppose, on earth, and leading the people in the ways of the Lord. And he gives them this option because he knows it's not realistic. Things happen, and maybe people get beaten. Some people are faced with adultery or whatever, or people are just people, and they can't live by the strictest of commandments. And their heart is hardened. Well, it looks like, to me at least, that God understands that we're just humans and we can't do everything right. And Christ says, yeah, there is a provision for this, but that is not how it's meant to be. This is actually not the best way to do this. It's meant that you guys should be together, and if you even look at another woman in a bad way, you've already committed adultery with that woman. So Christ is trying to tell us something, that even though he understands that not all of us at all times can abide by everything, he also wants to show us, okay, that's fine, I get this, but this is where I want you. I want you at a higher plane. I want more for you. So, to me, that is very encouraging, that God both understands us and accepts us, as well as wants us to get better all the time and more, and conform more to how he intended things to be. Now, if you look here in this text, Christ says, if you want to, he says, what must I do to enter life? Jesus says, stick to the commandments. And he's done all. And it's not like Christ has dismissed him. Like, you're not going to get into heaven. Are you kidding me? That's not what, Christ says to him, if you want to be perfect. So he says, okay, this is awesome, the way you are now, but I have a higher purpose for you. And the boy can't get there yet. It doesn't say how the story ends, just that the boy is sad because he had many possessions. Now, Saint Clement of Alexandria, it's one of the earliest saints that we have. I mean, not that early, but still relatively early. I think he lived in the 2nd century, and he was the teacher of Origen, which isn't, as if possible, an even greater scholar. And Clement is very well known because he was very much, apart from being a very good Christian and Catholic Christian, he was very knowledgeable in Plato, the Stoics, Jewish esotericism, Gnosticism, and he figured it is through him. If it's true, we don't know, but that's just what Clement said, is that Plato and Pythagoras were both instructed by Egyptian scholars. So Greek philosophy might be, at least in part, right, based on the teachings of Egyptian scholars. So this is really interesting. And of course, I got taught all this in seminary, and it makes me feel so privileged, that I had these wise philosophy teachers. And if you get into philosophy, it's fascinating. But it's also sometimes you don't understand. I just can't understand the text. I don't understand what I'm reading. And sometimes I do understand, but it makes me so. There's these people who've dedicated their lives to thinking about the world, thinking about God, thinking about being, thinking about what is. And I was in that tradition just as St. Clement of Alexandria was taught and was schooled in the schools of Plato and Zeno-Sitchin and Pythagoras and all these Greek philosophers. And he in turn taught Origen, the great scholar, and Alexander of Jerusalem, Origen of Alexandria, a very early Christian scholar, an ascetic, a theologian, who wrote over 2,000 treatises in theology, did a lot of textual criticism, exegesis of the Bible. I remember for my Greek exam, there's 10 texts on the desk, and I drew, you could flip one over, and that's the text you had to translate while the teacher was there. That was our final exam for the second year of my Greek study. And that's it. I dropped it after 2 years. And, it's redundant, But let's not get into that tangent, because I'm already going from the Gospel to St. Clement, which I want to talk about, to Origen. And it was Origen's commentary on the Our Father. As far as I am concerned, Origen has, is the greatest genius in the early church ever, that ever came out of the early church. Let's go back to Saint Clement. And Clement is really, as far as I know, the main authority on which we today interpret this text. And you hear it if you go to church in homilies with the priests. Because when you are faced with this, when you put the first community of apostles and Christians, you see that they live communally. They share their stuff. Some dude even dies because he refuses to give his money to the community, or he holds back. You can read that early on in Acts, and he lies to St. Peter. He comes before St. Peter and he lies, and I think he dies on the spot, maybe even, because he doesn't want to share his riches. So it almost looks like the if you want to be a little abrupt, you could say, the first Christians were communists. You know, there was no. It, if you're a little less, if you're a little bit more nuanced, you can say it's the first monastic community in a way. And as the community grows into the thousands, that's not feasible anymore. And we discovered that this way of living, community living, living without owning anything, is a calling, and it is a beautiful calling. And this is what gives birth to monastic life. Now, St. Clement, if I recall correctly, says that one thing I remember that's really beautiful. He says it's in the nature of possessions to be possessed, and it's in the nature of goods to be good. That gives you some something to think about, right? God intended our possessions, the things that we have, for our well-being. You know, our goods lie in our hands like tools, like instruments that we can put to good use, so long as that we know how to use them, right? So we shouldn't decry our riches or the things that we have, since it's neither good or bad in itself, but it's completely neutral. You know, the fact that I own this wonderful Alanis Morissette special edition CD box with the amazing mug that I think I should start using again because I really like it. You know, it's neutral, but it is about our mind, our consciousness, that should be free to choose how to use the goods that are entrusted to us. So what we should destroy is not the goods or owning anything. It is the covetousness that perverts how we use them. So that means that we have to have a certain integrity, to know how to use what we have, and that is very hard to get these days. I'm a victim as much as anyone. I like shiny things. That is, I like the complete set of things, or I like. It is hard to separate yourself from wanting something, and it's practice. You can't expect it to be right the whole time, but it's something you can grow in, and I am perfectly capable of taking a step back and using my money for something else, for something good. And I try and consciously sometimes sit down and ask myself how much of the money I have that I give away for something good. How do I treat the stuff I own? And so on. So it just gives you something to think about. It is this question, and for me it's easy talking because I went to seminary and I did give up a lot already. I went to another country to go to seminary. I gave up my friend's family, almost everything I had. I literally took 2 suitcases, I think, or 3. Could be 3 suitcases. I bought an extra suitcase. I remember now, and it was a deal. And I could get another suitcase on board, and I could fly business class for not much, like 150 or 100 or so, something like that. That was business class and an extra bag that I had already. I think it was about 100, and I already needed to pay 60 for that third bag. And I got the business class upgrade. So talk about richness. Wow, that felt awesome, guys. It's amazing. Anywho, what I wanted to say, I gave that up, right? That also means 7 years of your own life in which you're not saving up for your retirement, for instance, because I really had nothing. I had what people gave me. I had what the diocese gave me. I had what the Knights of Columbus gave me. I didn't have any big wants or anything. and I was perfectly happy, and there's no need at all to feel sorry for me. But I gave up those 7 years that I couldn't save up for my own home, for anything. Yeah. So those are, I don't know where that's coming from. Now that I'm older, I'm getting older. I'm already 40 years old. For goodness sake, I know what it is to give up everything for Christ, or near everything for Christ, but I'm constantly being challenged to do that again. Now the question is, what happens if all this that I accumulated would one day, disappear? Would I accept my ruin, quote unquote, with the same joyful heart as that I have now? And if your answer to that question is yes, then you're not a slave of your possessions. Then you can be what God says, what Christ says in Matthew 5, early on Matthew 5, the Sermon on the Mount, poor in spirit. Yeah? Happy, blessed are the poor in spirit, for they will be heirs to the kingdom. If everything you have would disappear, like Job, for instance, the book of Job, would you then, still have the happiness in your heart? Well, that is an interesting question that maybe causes you to self-reflect on where you are at in your relationship to what you have. And that makes me happy, because I think I could say yes. I don't know if I'll have the strength to say yeah, I feel happy if ruin would come to me, but I think so, and that makes me feel really grateful. And then you know where you're at. So just saying, gives you a little insight of how to do that, and maybe you'll feel grateful. But maybe you're also like me, that think, oh wow, well this is a big deal, and you sort of start to wonder, really. And whether your answer is yes or no, it gives you something to think about, right? How would that look? Where would I be? How would I feel? Is it Christ that is the foundation of my happiness, or am I a slave, and is something else my mistress, so to speak, my owner? Am I being owned, or do I own things? Good. Hope you get my rambling. So that's it for my thoughts on today's gospel. Time to get to the live screen. There we go. And move to KotOR. Now, here we are fighting this idiot, Hanhar. That I learned that, what's her name? Mira can really handle him. I don't know why this is not working right now. But I am gonna walk a tiny tad, and can I go through here? No, obviously not. Heal. Crap. Heal. Oh. Heal. Oh. No. Stamina. Alacrity. Wow, that was a huge hit right there for this brute. Stamina. Alright, time to see if all those injections are worth it. Come on. plenty of them life packs 30 now. Almost all aboard the Ravager. Yeah. Bye, Hanhar. It's kind of fun. I'm gonna skip through the whole conversation part, but he's kind of like, he wants you to kill. He now has a second life debt. He's being tortured by that. It is worse than dying to him. And you say, well, screw that. You know, I'm not going to kill you. That's what you're thinking. So that was Hanhar. And now I'm doing this. And I'm really, really great at using the Force. However, I think it was between these two or later on, just a little farther. I thought I'd lure both sort of into the same place and then use the Force storm on them. And then they got, yeah, it was just after this. This one and that one. See, let's try this again. Let's see if this works. I sort of wanted to get both of these guys at the same time. Oh, maybe there's... let's try it with the third. And then it stopped liking me because they attacked me from all sides and things went wrong. But what I meant to do was try and save some time by not killing them one at a time. You see? Goes quicker, right? And then they just, the computer, then they killed me and, alright, let's see what we have over here. Am I missing something? Where am I? This is me. Oh gosh, I'm gonna try and do everything. Increase the speed. Look at this. Do we have another way of loading this here? Looks like we do. There's a corpse. What do you have? Shield. And now, obviously, another damaged console. Which is fine. I think we're all gonna light them up and we'll have to revisit here. Something like that, probably. Alright. Well, at least, at the very least, I managed to clear that. Here. A little view of the temple and a corpse. Not really happening. Alright. Probably the door is locked and then I have to reactivate all them computers. There's another storm beast. Hello. Mr. Beast. Alright, Mr. Beast is completely on his own. Let's see if he was guarding anything. Nothing in particular. What do we hear? Ah, there we go, something. The question is there maybe like some sort of battery or for the computer systems that are all seem to be damaged? Oh, jeez, now we find one of those stupid storm beasts. At least there's two here. Alright. Come on now. Yeah? Okay, there we are. Let's... Yeah, that's what happened. They started both beating on me and they hit home, and that was the end of me. It completely took me unawares. It was like, what? I died? What just happened? I haven't died in this game, except that I think I've only died the one time with 8. I'm not even really sure, but I think I died like once in the entire. Another damn minimal power. See. So I think the whole thing is find that power, switch the power on, or find the battery, or whatever. And then, let's see where I need to go. So we'll be done. Yeah. Alright, so now time to visit Mira. And then we'll have to reactivate all those darn computers. And then hopefully the gate will open or some such. Mira? Mira? Oh no. Oh no. Disaster has struck. Oh no, there's a storm beast. Well, yeah, I gotta do more than a few storm beasts. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The ultimate storm beast. The master race storm beast. Is he special? The greater storm beast. Alright, guys. It took me 3 hits with kill for the sake of this fun attempt. Oh, no way. Oh my god. You can see he hit me for like a crazy amount of damage. What just happened? What just happened? Oh my god. Oh no. Oh god. Oh no. That was disaster. That was absolute disaster. Oh gosh. Alright. We can do better. We can do better. Please tell me. Oh no. Oh no, I'm all the way here. Oh gosh. Oh guys, come on. You must be kidding me. Oh no. I do want to have the bragging rights of playing this game at the most difficult level. Thank you. Thank you. In case you think I'm breezing through stuff, yeah, I am. Yeah, I totally am. Alright. Yeah. But I did put a lot of effort and thought into this character build. I'm at such a level that I have so many force points, I can do all these force powers without having to feel bad. But and I should really be able to really use light side force powers effectively. But my wisdom and my charisma are so high that I can actually use dark side force powers as if they were candy. And look at that. So thank you very much. I did really did my best to get here where I am. Right, so this is. Now that I know that it's such a dangerous place, I am gonna make a little additional save here, guys. Right. Nothing here, right? No, that's fine. Alright, let's head to the dangerous area. And what I do want to use is a shield. I'm not really sure. I think this is the only thing that takes melee attacks, so I should use this one instead of the best one, which is the Verpine prototype shield. But we'll use this. I think it really pays to use Jedi powers in advance. Alright, so we're gonna get this little cutscene with this dude. Greater Storm Beast, 2 hits and you're done for. But since Force Choke didn't work on him, we might as well try first, yeah, to use Plague. There we go. So now, Plague, what Plague does is I think it weakens him considerably over time. Just to find that out. So Plague, which is this thing here. Plague causes a target to suffer as though deadly ill from poison, losing 12 points from each physical attribute. 1 point every second over 12 seconds. The target also slowed for the duration. Plague has a DC of 100, making it impossible to save against its effects. This power does not affect droids. So that is amazing. Then Insanity, and maybe because his other attributes have been taken down, this can take a hold over him. This power has greatly confused area, inflating paranoia and doubt. All enemies within a 10-meter radius of target area will save a DC of 5, difficulty class 5, plus my character level, plus my attacking character's wisdom and charisma modifiers, or cowering catatonic terror for 18 seconds. Yeah? And now, let's use this. And now that, when we use that, there we go. He didn't even get the opportunity. Now magically the door's open. I don't know how that works, but I'm good. Alright, let's see. Is it lootable? It is not. Storm Beast Pen. But I can go a little farther north now. Go north, life is peaceful there. Go north, over sea and air. And we find a corpse. Another. This General KotOR has a lot of battle armors. That's all I can see. Now we might fight Hanhar. No. Sith assassins. Hello. Hello. Judging from the number and depth of the blaster bursts, these Sith appear to have been recently killed by fire for a heavy repeater rifle. Now, who do we know that has a heavy repeater rifle? I mean, it seems to me HK-47. It seems to me Mandalore. I don't know which others have. Anywho, we did arrive to the center point of Malachor 5, the Sith Temple. I can only conclude it's the Sith Temple. Alright, what's happening, fellers? My, if that ever would happen in real life. Alright, let's see what's happening. Kreia. Where's Darth Zion?
I say we fire a rocket at her right now. We lower screaming, burning body into the heart of this planet.
I like
Wouldn't
you.
work. If there were other distractions, maybe. If she wasn't telepathic, maybe. If you want to kill her like that, you need something else to occupy her attention. Otherwise, you might just wound her, and then we'd all be in trouble.
This battle will not be decided by weapons.
You are wrong. Manipulation is Kreia's strength, not battle.
Let us see what transpires, and plan our attack.
Cool. Well spoken. This should be really interesting. Oh no, please tell me it's not Goto. No, it's Builder.
If you are watching this, then what the General suspected was true. The Sith are striking from the graveyard of Malachor 5. The ship the Sith Lord was on was one of the vessels damaged
Well, glad I killed like everything on the planet, because I'll have to do it with this dude. This little beepity boop.
So make sure the general is off the planet before triggering the sequence.
I'm gonna be saved by the remote.
Systems are minimal, and I don't know what awaits you on Nanakor's surface. Try to avoid contact with any potential threats. Follow your programming.
The program commands you to find 4 buried vessels buried in molecular surface. Well, I'm waiting for all of those. And when the engine systems are activated, it will disrupt the gravitonic anomaly. You have no offensive weapons, and if you're destroyed, you have failed your mission. Goody, goody. Abbott Hawk. There's the first buried ship. Azz. I mean, azz. Everything I cleared away. Beep beep beep. Wow, at least I'm going a little faster than slow. Enter sequence. Ah, yes, sirree. Alright, let's have a little look. Next one is here. So let's go south. Go south, life is peaceful there. Go south, apparently through the air. Go south. With the little remote, go south. Yes. Yes, my apprentice. You. Wow. At least this guy zooms a little faster than most characters walk. It feels like. Ooh. And I killed everyone already here. All the storm beasts are gone. Yes, sirree. I hope I'm still heading the right direction. Looks like it. Look what I found. A damage console. Boop, boop, boop. And we're at 51.4 power, guys. Percent power. That is real power. Let's save this because I really don't want to walk this part again. Malachor depths. Malachor depths are very deep, and of course, not very good in providing sandwiches and other sustenance to its inhabitants. The storm beasts, what do they eat? Alright. And we're at, 73.7. So far we've been over 25% each, but now this has been sorely lacking. Will we or will we not, this is the question, activate the 4th one? And, well, the answer is yeah. Heck yeah. We're going to activate it, but will we be able to reach 100%? Right? We don't know. There we are, number 4, finally. Hopefully enough for 100%. Boop, boop, ba-doop. 98. Well, that seems to be enough. Or should...
Then the sequence has been completed. When active, it will destroy Malachor. Again, I have one last command for you. You must remain behind.
Oh no.
And ensure that the sequence survives properly once the general gives the command. If not, then all we have fought for has been for nothing. You have done all I asked, all you were built for, and for that, I thank you.
That is so sad. Oh no.
Touching. The probability of the Iridonian installing trigger commands within your core was high. I see the probabilities have played out. Of course, the
Yeah.
You must understand that the General would not wish the relics or the Sith's strength here on Malachor to be compromised. Their presence is needed to stabilize the galaxy. Without them, the galaxy will be reduced to anarchy within years. And if there is anything I can't stand, it's an untidy galaxy. So, let us wait here, you and I, for the General's orders and calculate the total fate of the galaxy.
Correction. One could rust listening to your speeches, Fat One. Perhaps it is the large unwieldy vocabulator within your moon-sized brain
Yeah,
that
HK.
prevents your calculations from taking me into account. And while I find this small droid annoying in the extreme, I find my urge to shoot you takes a higher priority.
Unfortunately for you, I have arranged for friends to meet me here, and you seem to have brought none of your own. Stop him.
Unexpected correction. We cannot harm that unit. It is a violation of our self-preservation programming. Statement. As always, Fat One, you have miscalculated.
Cool.
An unfortunate oversight.
Cool.
Statement. I understand. Assassination protocols activated. Let us see what you have in your arsenal. Fat One.
Finally.
My wish was to fulfill my programming. Either way, the Republic is doomed.
Observation. I thought he would never die.
Cool. Oh no, don't tell me that's the last review. No. Well, I guess the end of the games is the end of the Ebonok. Freya, yeah, I don't know what they're
It's all
meditating
right,
for.
Freya. Don't bother getting up.
Ah, the Huntress. To come alone. You are braver than I thought.
She is not alone. We stand with her.
And with her, stand all the Jedi.
There you
And now I come in saying something suitably heroic.
go. Loving it.
Children with lightsabers, but not Jedi, I think. Come close. Let me look upon you and see what the exiles
Yeah, they're all Jedi now.
An assassin. A slayer of her own kin.
No.
A blinded
Didn't
slave.
do that.
And
No.
a fool.
No.
Which of you wishes to try yourselves against me? As you can see, I am unarmed. You, perhaps. Come, child. Where you walk, it is not far from battle, slaughter, and the blood of your sisters.
No, didn't kill him. Cool. Alright, now what? Oh, jeez. Always with the force choke.
Think. Think before you throw away your life for him. Think of everything you will lose by dying. Your lusts unfulfilled, a dance unfinished, a love requited. Think before you give it up so
Quite it.
quickly.
Thought it was requited.
And you, blind one, you have hungered to strike me down ever since you saw the bond the exile and I share. Can you feel the force running through me, even past the veil, past your blooded eyes? You know you cannot win.
Force runs strong within you, Treya. But in the howling of a storm, it is difficult to hear the whisper of the blade. You have forever been the blind one. You were given a gift few are ever given, and yet you let your gift of sight warp you, twist.
You think your existence under your lord was torture, Miralita? I will make you see an assassin.
Yeah. Alright, Atten. Don't blame you, but you can get the Ebonhawk. No, no. Oh, cool.
And I get the fool.
Funny. That's just what I was
Oh gosh, this is amazing. Alright, so very fine prototype shield. I think we outfitted him with decent enough weapons. This is 2 through 14, guys. 2 through 14. What about this? 224. This is better. Alright. Okay, well, that's a shield. Shield up. That was probably blocked by that shield. I'm gonna be honest, I wish I had upgraded this guy myself instead of auto upgrade, because he now will not have, I think, well, that's the powers, feats. All these things, but he does not have the shooting into combat skill. Bummer. That's a bummer. Guys, that was it. I took one shot and he lost about 1/20th of his, no, I'm sorry, 1/50th of his life. Oh no, God. I don't want this. Man. Yeah, that's the one. Oh, I kind of like it though that all my individual characters have to, no, not stamina. Oh, I don't like that. Come on. Yeah. Stamina. That freaking shield. Come on, shield. I don't think the shield went on. Shield? Yeah. And now... heal? Yeah. That didn't do too much.
More where that came from. More where that came from.
Yeah, this is gonna be a tough one, guys. He is able to fight in close combat. He does have some skill with lightsabers and unarmed, or is it an armed sneak attack? No. What is this? What's this? Wow. That didn't do jack hole. Was that better than the pack thing? I have plenty of them shields though. 15, so I can keep this up for a while, but it's not really. What?
More where that came from.
Oh, come on. Oh, crud. 115 damage. Come on. And I just want you to activate the freaking shield. Heal. Heal. I do want to try using...
More where that came from. More where that came from.
See, I want you to do that without going back to that combat, for goodness sake. Alright. What I do want to try now is what would happen if we would use lightsabers. Why can't I use it? Can I equip this weapon while an incompatible weapon is in the other hand? Oh, that's this thing. Alright, so lightsaber 2 through 20. And we need Freedom Nat's lightsaber then. So we'll give him this and Freedom Nat's. Let's see what Atman can do. with 2 lightsabers, right? Am I right? Miss. 10 and 14. Miss. So, was this a success? I declare no. 13 and... Oh god, no, not this. Not him. Alright, let's switch weapons and let's see what shooting does. 10 and... Oh god, he's healing.
More where that came from.
42! What do I do against force powers? I'm completely destroyed. This guy completely taking me apart. I heal 30, he hits me for 42 with his stupid frickin' force thing.
More where that came from.
Right, I should really use this as ASAP. Well, I think this is pretty much it.
Running away? I'm not done with you yet.
Nor are you. I will remake you, so when I look upon you it shall be like a mirror. Then I shall let you die.
There's nothing worse you can do to me. Take your time.
No, I don't want that. What?
When the exile enters Treya's academy, he will be faced with a choice. One path, assuming he survives, will allow him to save his friends, but he shall be the weaker.
Oh, I like that.
The other route will lead him directly to his place, through the ones that have hounded his steps from the beginning, and he shall have his vengeance. Show him every respect when he arrives in these halls, Lord Sion. This I command you.
Lord Zion. Fun. It kind of irks me that I did not save what's his face, or did not win against that stupid Zion dude. Alright, fine. Get more over there. Oh, I got a little level up even. I'm gonna check. Alright, let's see. Powers that I really don't need. Really. The antechamber. Oh, more. More? god. I selected the power that I'm not going to use to separate the two things that I use most. The force heal and the... Oh no, not more. He's limping into battle. This is fun. Let's get them all in one place. Alright. This is the most... Oh, there's still some left. Oh god, no. Who's laughing at me? Oh my gosh. I feel bad that none of my guys, like Handmaiden was completely useless against H's, and Atten against Zion and stuff. What's this? Tutreus Proving Grounds. What does that even mean? What is this? Malachor Debts. Tutreus... What? I'm gonna save here for now. Yeah. Oh god, not another one. Hello, fellers. How fare ye? Come ye all, one and all. Alright. Open that box. Alright. I don't think the Atreus Proving Grounds... I want to rescue my friends first. And this Atreus Proving Grounds, that does sound like this will be the final battle. No, I need to rescue Atten. At least he didn't die. I know, it's intense. Hello, is this like a mirror of the last room I was in? Alright, yeah, that's all of them. Alright, so. Come on. Felt good. I'm not a sadist, but that's still good. Oh, come on, guys. There's even more at the end of the hallway. We shan't let them... We can't let them disappoint us. Alright. Now, looks like we're together. Yeah, so it's like a mirror of the last... Okay. Am I gonna see Atten again? If Atten doesn't survive this game because I didn't win that battle against Zion with him, I'm gonna be really pissed. I'm already pissed at this game for so many things, but then it all goes. Hey, remains, finally. Atreus Crescent. What? Atreus Crescents? What is this? Atreus Prison. Atreus Prison. That's what I need. Malachor door? Ooh, they got the Sith Marauder. You are like flies before me. Sith Marauder actually got some body. Ooh. Remains. What do we get? A physical boost package. There's another Marauder. He's all by himself. Well, let us. Will he save that? I guess that? Alright, fine. Oh my gosh, he actually hits like a ton of freaking bricks. That's not nice. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Now who's laughing? Well, that actually surprised me. If you don't take him out quick enough, he'll get you. Sith Commandos. I wonder what all these guys are doing in this place. I mean, it's a Baron Holy. How many guards do you put up in the middle of a rock that no one's ever come to? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Concussion grenade. Hey, more remains. Philippine prototype shield. Alright. Alright, Teddy, hey, let's, what do we have here? Door. This looks like a great place to keep prisoners. A corpse, that wasn't my friend. Sure, that couldn't have been. What do we have here? Nothing. Alright, so what the... Who do we have here? Hello? That's a corpse. The corpse holds a powerful lightsaber crystal made from the emanations of the dying Jedi. Oh, thank God. I thought maybe this was the Hurricane Crystal. Well, that should be the end all of things then. Alright. Okay, that actually goes somewhere. But really, Frere's Warblade, he must have had half a dozen, because... Alright. Hello? Anyone here? Hey, God. More. If that was Atten, by the way, then man, I would be so done with this game. Another corpse. Hello. Are you a corpse? Alright. Tally ho, where are we? Really testing my patience here. Where did you leave my friends, you dirty rats? Corpse. Components. Door. Hey! Fancy meeting you guys here. Alright. Eat dirt. That was serious words on my part, I know. Upgrade items. So, this hero doesn't fit any of the stuff I have. What about this? Underlay Mark 5. Constitution plus 3. It actually would probably pay to really upgrade your stuff. And to get into... So right now I have plus 1 charisma, plus 1 wisdom. What about the Hurricane Crystal? Yeah, that's just damage. Doesn't do much for me. Dexterity 1, strength 2. Charisma plus 2, but I like wisdom. There's some really good ones, but the one I have is actually, I really like that. This could probably go better. What do I have now? I have 1, 2, 3 electrical. I don't use my lightsaber all that much. So it's kind of all the same to me. Stun, DC 18. It's really better. DC 10. Vibration lens. I'm not even gonna go with lightsaber. Alright. Okay, well, whoop-de-doo. Let's have a little look. What did I already discover? I guess there's a room to the far south that I still need to look into, so let's do that first. Yeah, there we go. What is in the final room? A torture chamber or whatnot. Well, alright, so this was kind of a dead end. Let me on a little goose chase here for nothing. Hey, there's more Ram-Ains. Mains. Thonsro! Well, would that finally be something I could use? Defense bonus 3 as opposed to 1. Force focus, force immunity stun, force jump. Yeah, well, good on him. Restrict to light side, but this here, look at this. Intelligence plus 4, wisdom plus 4, constitution plus 3, regen plus 3. I'd be a freaking idiot if... Ah! He was yawning, I kind of like that. Which is really the only activity you can do in these holes. No. Hello? What do we have here? Dog Jedi. They're wearing nice dark Jedi robes. He must have been a special one. He lasted 1 turn longer. Some more Ram-Ains. I found Zaboka, whatever that is. Disruption gloves. Let's save again. Alright, well, looks like this is might get me somewhere. There's nothing here. Nope. Another room with 3 guards. Oh, 3 guards! That is a crowded room. If ever there was one. I feel really bad for these guys. Imagine having to stand there the whole livelong day. Fine. Ram-Ains. Another Ferris Warblade, like a whole collection of Ferris Warblades. There is the Dark Jedi Apprentice and the Dark Jedi themselves. Ah, cool! They had a few tucked away in the corners. Ooh, that was a tight one. Wasn't it? Wall shields. Ram-Ains. Felinar armor. Sounds nice. Oh, this is fun. What do we have behind door number umpteen? Oh god. 3 more guards. They got me? Oh no! Oh, seriously? What happened? Look at me, that's a heroic death. Man. Things are heating up over here. And I'm not kidding. This is really neat. If you are not like me with the Force Storm, you run towards these Dark Jedi. And then all these other dudes come crawling out of the woodworks, which is pretty neat. Alright, well. I'm not gonna lie, that didn't feel good, getting taken out there at the last... Oh goodness, by 3 guys, that's like impossible. 3 of these stupid assassins? Alright. Sith Lord! Oh, now it starts making sense. The Sith Lord. Doesn't go so fast now, doesn't it? Well, what happened? How come now, all of a sudden, not a problem? And just earlier, oh, did I miss something here, guys? Oh no. little marauder and his friend behind the door, peeping in. Alright. Gel Shade Mentor Belt. Let's see what that's all about. I'm already wearing that. That's a shame. That sounded cool. There's nothing here. I think I'm actually... Oh, that's cool. That's a whole lot of guys. Alright. There were a whole lot of guys. My word. Where am I? I missed this tiny room? What? That doesn't sit right with me. Oh gosh, there's a lot actually lying around. Absorption visor. Alright. First, we need to find out what was in that room that we didn't discover. I would long for two things. Three things. One, light side points. If I could get any more light side points, I would really like that. Two, a way to spend a freakish amount of money and items that I could sell. And three, any possible items that could make my character better. Because I feel like I've been stagnant for days. So there is some sort of a lab station. Well, goodness. Mines, grenades, health. Alright, guys. Just gonna see. It wasn't worth it. So that is early 2000s game design. There you have it. Alright, and save. Man, this is taking longer once again, longer than I had anticipated. Let's go here first. This is a completely empty room. Well, glad I checked that out. Then, time to enter the last part of this horrific experience. It is Sith Lord and a Sith Marauder. They might actually get the better of me if I don't take them out quick enough. They didn't, but that could have gone differently. Nothing they have is of any use to me. Save. Well, I went through the entire freaking thing. Trey's Academy, Trey's Academy. Alright. Where am I? Ooh, I see where I am now. Oh, there's another assassin coming my way. Hello, Dark Jedi, sir. Ma'am, sorry, ma'am. If I could get your attention, please, for some little electrocution. Kind of like this, yeah? You like that, huh? Limping into combat. Well, can't fill him for Jolie's robe. What? Oh wait, I can't even wear it during combat. Come on, there is no combat. Restricted to neutral, charisma +4, regeneration 1. That's cool. Why is it coming? Ooh, like Keldroma's mesh suit. Yeah, no. Jeez. Longing for a good find, guys. For any point. Oh, they actually managed to put the tiniest form of decoration in this room. That is new. Ha! This is where the battle with Atom took place. This here goes to the Atreus core, which is probably where I need to be. The tiniest decoration. Some supervisor must have been ill that day. Was that some more Sebastian sass? Yes, it was. the cool guy dropped first. Metal blocks. More useless stuff? Yeah, you got it. A locked metal block. Well, I got it open in one go. That's new. Come on, folks. What is this? Proving grounds. Well, apparently I will need to go there. Yeah. Oh, no. I really wish this was it, but it's already up. It's like 10. It's like 12:15. Hey, grab. Alright. Sorry guys, sneaking up on you from the other way. Man, that felt good. Well, that's a mean looking dude, a Sith Lord. Man, the resistance is getting heavy. Well, maybe the Sith Lord carries something fun for me. New, more Verprime prototype shield. Oh, there was a robe. There was a robe. I already got this robe. That is so amazing. All right, Sylvar's robe. Dexterity +2. Whoop-de-doo. What? Oh, Nomi's robe. That's what I think it was. Wisdom +4. Fair, right? Regeneration force points. Really good. This here, Wisdom +4. Intelligence +4. Charisma +2. Constitution 3. The robe I'm wearing is overpowered is what that is. But why did I find it halfway in the game? I should be finding that now in the hallways. And should be like, oh my god, this is so good. I won't be able to find any robe. What's better than all that? Oh, come on. I really gotta save occasionally because if they hit, they could hit really hard. Well, Alright, come on. What can possibly be here that I needed to go here? Nothing, and nothing decorated, which is just how I got to know these guys. More undecorated rooms. Well, I can't imagine getting any furniture delivered out here to this planet. How are they gonna do that? Oh god, please tell me. Okay. I just survived 4 specialized Sith. That felt good, am I gonna lie? I didn't think that was gonna happen. Alright, so let's open that. Alright, what do we have now? Alright, map. What do we see? Proving grounds. Why proving grounds? Oh, great. I could actually use my light sight anti-droid power, but on, dude. Oh, man, this is massive. Look at all these guys. Come on. Oh, no, this could be it. Oh, I'm gonna upgrade and get all my lives back. Whew, this is the saving grace here. Oh, gosh. Alright, that was completely useless. But... oh no, I'm unconscious. Oh, they're gonna have their way with me. Oh, that was it. Oh, goodness. Oh, they're gonna make it difficult now? The last moments? Like, what's happening? Alright. Alright. Lesson learned. Time to destroy droids. Oh, that doesn't have the range that Force Storm does? Ah, well. Alright, no, Force Storm then. That's what I have to do. Do it. What I like about this is, bam, it doesn't function. Funnily enough, if you just wait, it will sort of auto repair for some reason. Alright. I'm not gonna tempt this guy again. Oh, there's two of them. Whatever. Alright. Cool though. Superior disrupting emitter. Oh, that's nothing. Let's see. 32, 1, 3. Wisdom. That's what I already have. Darn it. These are actually pretty good. Dexterity plus 5. That's for a shooter like Acton. That would have been good. Alright, well, let's I'm gonna do this. Just that sound is just so annoying and loud. Alright. Well, goody. Oh, here's still someone who seems to have their eardrums blown out by my insanity. Oh, look at him. I'm taking on probably the uber Sith when it comes to sword fighting, hand-to-hand combat. Eyeball to eyeball. Gotta keep the mind limber. Man, this is meditation chamber. Ooh. Let's go to the meditation chamber. See ya. Let's level up. This is stupid. No, I'm not gonna give them that pleasure. God knows what I'll wind up with then, with another useless force power. Alright. Good. Let's open the door and let's visit the meditation chamber. Peaceful. Peaceful. I can sparsely decorated. Oh, the meditation chamber. Oh, this is the meditation chamber. He Sith Lord. Come on, Sith Lord. Sith Lords are supposed to be my counterpart on the dark side. This is the meditation chamber, guys. Exactly decorated like any other room in the place. That is not at all, not in any way, except really, really tiny. And there's just 4 dudes in a really tiny room. Do I need to get into this further? Alright. What do we have here? This here is the E-cells. Oh, thank God. Cells. Finally. Alright. No, I get it. Mandalore's here. Well, goody. How long are you gonna show? I know what they look like. I get that they're here. Yeah? Come on. I hope, what's his face? Atten is alright. Oh, man. I can't remember this part of the game at all anymore. Okay, it must be operated by a nearby terminal. Fine. Huge, oh God. Prison console. Let's try it. Kill party members. Flood cells with poison gas? What? What the bloody... Flood, why would I... What kind of ending of the game?
If they destroy the Jedi, the Republic will fall and my people will be eradicated or
Fair
enslaved.
point, Mandalore. No, Mandalore, I need your expertise.
I never went to the surface, only the sky above it. The world is taboo to Mandalorians. We only came here when the Republic fleet gathered and we knew it was our only chance to stop them.
Alright. We're here now. But I have to face Grey alone. So I need you all to leave. Is that going to be a... And I need you to help everyone get this.
I can't say I'm happy to be back here, but I believe we can do what must be done.
Oh god, Atten wasn't among these guys. If Atten is actually dead, that is so lame. That would have been so lame. I would have gone back, done that again, maybe adjusted the difficulty rating just for Atten, because that's just not nice. But he might be here, so. And I will still need to deal with that idiot Zion. Then I have to open all these manually. Nothing here. More of nothing. More of nothing new. I think that was the final scene of Atten, guys. Bummer. It's a bummer. No, I guess it's not over till the fat lady sings, as they say. But is there gonna be a fat lady here? Is there? Probably not. Yes. Oh, there will be West Cell. Oh god! It's like, think that. Let's just stand here. 3 here, and then ambush this dude. Alright, some more Rem Ains. A beam splitter, yada yada yada. What else this? Wait, another prototype shield. Another life support pack. How many life support packs does that make? We're at 30 a while ago, and we used several of them quite liberally, actually. I'm at 51. Oh god, guys, come on. Alright, let's open another door with nothing. Look at this level design. It's just everything is like empty. It's like a, oh god. Alright. Oh no! They got what are these beasts? Oh god, oh god, oh god, alright. 30 Verpine prototype shields. I'm gonna activate one. Screw this. Alright, there's the Malachor Storm Beast. There's the Storm Beast, alright. There's 2 Storm Beasts, actually. Wow, this was dangerous. There were 2 Storm Beasts. Oh yeah. Oh, this is awesome. Oh no, they're coming! You'll storm them at the beaches. We'll storm them by the sky. I don't know. Alright. Whatever. Let's take this dude out. Where are we? This is the beast. These were the east cells. I hope these weren't the west cells. They were the west cells. So Atten is probably gone. There are no more cells, cell blocks. Crap. This stupid game. It makes you think that you can still save Atten, although maybe you can, but I doubt it by this point. Alright. What was this whole thing with mine? You should show him every respect, and I'm getting attacked by a gazillion Sith. Like, these are more enemies in one quote-unquote dungeon than they were in the entire game. What is this? Back to Treya's Academy, huh? Alright. Yeah. So he saved everyone, but fuck me. Alright. Jeez. Might as well get it over with now. I am so not gonna reload and do that whole thing with I can't even. I made lots of quick saves over. Wow, there's still someone left alive? Like, how did that even happen? Alright, and that's the end of the Sith assassin, I suppose. Alright, I guess we'll have to. Alright. Flippity flop. Flippity floppity, give me the zoppity. Alright. Time to head to the main chasm. Atom! Can I still save you, my friend? The fool. That would have. Oh my gosh. Alright.
So you've come to die like the Jedi before you. This planet is a graveyard for your kind. She thinks you should be spared, but only so you might suffer. You will break.
You will break now.
You will die.
Yeah.
Why she would bother with one such as you is something I will never understand.
The master is using you, so I will kill you here as a test of
Then
my
it
strength.
shall be proof that you are not the one she seeks, and she shall accept my loyalty again.
Persuade. She has already abandoned you, Sion. You know it.
You are wrong.
Ah, success. You are
I've
wrong.
come farther than any of her apprentices since Revan. Even you. And I am stronger for it.
Join me, Sion. Together we can defeat her. You can hear her if you know she is finished with you.
You seek to erode my will. You will not succeed.
You have eroded Sion's will, reducing his will, faith, constitution, and wisdom.
I am ready for you, exile. I have waited years to see the last of the Jedi fall before me. Only one may serve my master.
Oh, will not be me, that's for sure. 69 damage, that's suitable. That's what. Ooh, Dark Sion.
Now you realize the true power of the dark side. As long as the dark places of this world flow through the cracks of my flesh, I cannot be killed.
It was a bad belief. Tell yourself that 100 times, so strike you down 100 times. So long as you stand, I shall drive you back till there's no place left for you to retreat. But you can be defeated. This battle was never about the flesh, it was about belief. Oh. Sure. Even with me being so well versed in attack, in force resist, and such a high scores.
You're strong. Perhaps she was correct about you. But you cannot kill me. She knows this.
Wisdom. She has chosen me because I gave it the force, and you could not let it go. You will understand. Pursuit. She has already chosen Zion. She's only using you to test me. You may not die, but she has no use for one who would. Alright, let's go with this.
Should you die, then she will have no choice but to accept me at her side. My training shall be complete, as was intended.
You're not there to see it. Stop deceiving yourself.
You intend to make me doubt her. doubt myself. This is not a battle of...
Alright. Again, huh? Alright, let's heal up. Heal again. Heal up. Oh, I'm already at full health. Alright. These little interactions make it kind of fun. I mean, I guess Atten can't really kill this guy.
You will not pass.
Gandalf. Persuade. Cyan, even should you be Kriya's mark you for death, you know this. Let's do it.
There is truth in your words, but there is nothing left for me except my master. I fight because it is the power that the Force fills me with. To survive, to inflict the pain on others. I can die 100 times exile and still I will rise again as strong as before.
Tell yourself that. You're only 349 instead of 414 or something, or whatever that was. Oh, not again.
I will not fall. I cannot die.
See? Get up, Sith Lord, and I will prove to you that you can die. You've fallen, you are dead. You have already been defeated, Cyan. Surrender and I will spare you.
Why did she choose you? What makes you able to defeat me? Defeat me here?
Because I was able to turn away from it, and you could not. In giving up the Force, one can gain strength that would be impossible otherwise.
It is not possible to walk away from such things
That is probably
unscarred.
true.
To keep living when the universe dies around you.
It is difficult, yes, but in making such decisions as what strength is, to face death and keep standing, it leaves scars, yes, but it leaves room to heal. If that's what you believe, you lie to yourself. This is nice. It leaves you room to heal.
The Force is who I am. The dark side fills me.
Alright. And Kreia hates the Force, even as she wields it. If the Force is what you are, then that is what she despises. That's great. The Force fills an empty, shattered shell. There's little left of the man you once were, you know this. It is possible to live without the Force and die without it. Alright, let's go with one. There's a truth sign. You feel it, let go. It is not such a terrible thing. What kind of life have you lived with the Force flowing through you? Was it worth living? Alright, let's go with one.
Kreia. She will try to break you, to teach you how far someone can fall. Her weakness is you.
Yeah.
She has done all this, all of it, for you.
Alright.
I'm glad to leave this place.
Pain relief.
At last.
Cool. So that sort of convinced him to let go of the Force. Dark Jedi Master Roll, lightsaber, and some other stuff that I can't use now. Alright, I'm gonna go and have a little bathroom break. So when I come back, it's Darth Treya up for the... Yeah, take her out. Oh god, it's already 12:30. Alright, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'd be so glad to have this game done. Because it's cutting into my reading time. And I want to get this done before I'm going on holiday, which is Wednesday. Where's Atten? He's not here.
At last you have arrived. Is Malachor as you remember?
There's much I must ask you. It's not too late, Kreia.
Indeed. Perhaps it is merely your perceptions of me that have changed. It is strange that you believe Malachor, but it has always been timeless to you, this place, and words have always been inadequate for the horrors that...
Yeah. And Academy here won't last, Kreia. I can activate the mass shadow generator again. Why did you destroy Atris? Why have you done this? You were manipulating me along. I get a feeling that they want me to believe that she was I don't understand where this is going. This whole story has been ridiculous, obtuse. It's not like all the pieces are now falling in place. It's been so vague.
I have thought of this moment more than you know, and I wondered if here at this...
I didn't get any light side points, by the way, for talking Zion down, by the way.
If a Jedi could find it within
So,
themselves to spare one, I wanted you to say those words. For that I am grateful. But I do not want your mercy. I want you to break.
Alright, then let us end this. Let's see if we can do this. Oh, she's stronger than Zion. I'll have to give her credit for that. Alright. Well, first of all, I need that shield up. There. Else this is a waste of time. Let's heal. That's something. Another heal. She's focused on lightsaber combat, which is odd. Alright. So let's start with Plague. Apparently you can't resist that. That's fun. Shield again. Yeah. So, Darth Kreia, what about Insanity? Does that work for you? She's good. I'm gonna have to... Oh, I only got 33 shields left, so... Kind of weird how she can't use all that stuff on me. I should be able to resist all that, and easily too. Look at Wisdom. This is what you use to resist it. And then I have this here, Force Resist plus 20, so I don't really... Actually, probably... pointless. Kind of cool, the lightsaber battle at the end. Although, I must say, I should reactivate my freaking shield now. Okay. Artrea, and I should also keep it there. I am going down faster than I wanted to. What does this do? Nah, that doesn't work in here. I don't have the feeling that anything does, really. Oh, I'm already out of my shield. And I'm gonna need a heal. Yeah. Look at all those force powers, and they last for like 30 seconds or so, and then the whole, it's kind of pointless by the time. Okay. Dark Treya Plague. Yeah, that's the Verbine Shield again. This is 200. 80 points of damage. This is 170, which is that's the number one. That's the number one shield. Alright. Okay. So, Plague, or what's that?
Poisoned.
Poison. You got that right. Every second attack, I need to deactivate that shield. Yeah. Reactivate the shield. Alright. You probably shield time again. Yeah, that's shield time again. 93. Oh god. Alright. Again, I had it. Gameplay. Normal. Yes.
Last. But I.
Still can do that, sadly. That doesn't seem to work in here. That doesn't work. Shame. What about this? Like, I understand it's difficult, but they don't let anything come through, really. And now I've even scaled back the difficulty rating to normal, so... Actually, this shield has to come back on. Yeah. Okay, I need to set this. Chook. It's a toughie. I need to set the shield like every second thing I do. Ah, cool. That's not cool. No, that's not cool. Come on, let me out. Yeah. Alright. Shield. Oh, I can't believe it actually let me do that. Alright, heal. Ah, crap! It keeps defaulting to combat. Alright, heal. That's good. Then, force immunity. Let's just. 49. Let's do that again. Shield will be gone. Shield's gone. Shield up. Can't lean. You do get to. Ah! She definitely has the upper hand. She definitely has the upper hand. Force immunity. Okay, that lasts for like 5 seconds. Put another shield on. It's not like I don't have any shields. Well, I chewed through half her wounds now. That force immunity does wonders. Well, actually, another shield. Blowing through those shields. We still got plenty, sadly enough. I need the heal. That force immunity is doing its job. I mean, she tries to do stuff, and she can't do that. That's fun. Yeah, you keep on trying, Kreia. That's their default. The bad guys. If you take them out too hard, all they do is try and leech life out of you. All right. Why can't I? Come on, try some life leeching. This is a normal difficulty, guys. It's like impossible. Alright, yield Kreia, you need not die. I don't need your teaching. I have defeated both in body and mind. Alright.
If you do not kill me, I shall end you. Strike me.
I am a Jedi, and I will not strike a defenseless opponent.
You will not show me mercy. I will see you break before you die.
Oh God, no. Did I just screw my... Sorry, split up choice of words, but did I just mess up? Oh no, oh please God. What can... I'm being pursued by purple lightsabers. Or are they purple? Are they blue? This is ridiculous. What is this? Lightsaber floating. Saved. I think there were 3, so there's probably somewhere some lightsaber floating around. It ate through my shield again, so that's not good. Alright. Yeah, that's better. Alright. So actually I'm losing force points here. Maybe I should save my force lightning for a bit and see what the melee brings me. Well, that was interesting. There's still one lightsaber on the loose, I think. I think I saw 3. And I didn't even get light side points, did I? Nah. Man, it just pisses me off. What about this? Why didn't you eat a thermal detonator? Should probably have put the force immunity on before I use the thermal detonator in Korea. It's kind of fun. And damage, that's not blocked. Alright, let's try a sonic grenade now. Oh, that's a poison grenade. Sonic does the same adhesive grenade. God, there's a little bug. This little block, she doesn't do anything. It's probably just that one lightsaber still floating around somewhere. I don't dare to come closer.
At last, it is done. You are greater than any I have ever trained. By killing me here, you have rewarded me more than you can possibly
Good.
know.
Great, there's still time to save you.
Save me? You already have. It is enough what you have done. From now into the future.
Rest now, Kreia. Your time in this place is over. Oh God. Oh, Kreia. Oh, thank God. Look who we have here. Atten.
You're alive. Did I save you yet?
Yeah, yes, we still.
Your eyes. That bad, huh? Always was ugly. Now the outside matches. Was waiting for this, but it's not fair. Let you down. Was supposed to save you.
You did, Atten. You fought bravely, and I could not ask for a greater sacrifice.
Tired of living anyway.
Oh God.
Too many deaths. Never told you. Lied to you. I don't want you to see me like this. I don't want to die in
Come
front
on,
of
where's
you.
the force heal when you
Can't
need it?
bear it.
There's no death, Atten. There's only the force. Huh. Oh, let's stay with you.
You saved me. Joke's on me. Hurts when I laugh. Hurts.
Let's see. Can you save Atten? Oh my, that's a big green explosion right there. He dies if he loses the duel versus Cyan. He doesn't die if he wins the duel versus Cyan. Crap. What a stupid game. What a stupid game. Something was off in my memory with this game. Something felt off. I know now what it is. Like, this is just... What is the story about, you know? Look at KotOR1. That was actually the superior game. Oh, well. At least I got to play KotOR1 in preparation of it. I gotta cut this short because I'm gonna get flacked by YouTube if I don't, if they catch the George Lucas theme thing. Alright, well, actually, what I seem to remember, maybe it's KotOR1, I don't know if they do it in this here, is that if you go dark side, you actually replace Kreia here. That's what happens. Anyhow, good. Well, 1 o'clock. That took way longer than I anticipated. And by now, I might not really be sleepy anymore. If you watch this, what were your opinions? What were your opinions? Let me know. Message me. Leave it in the comments, wherever. What did this game do to you? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? This type of game, this roleplay game, is something that I really enjoy. And this is sort of the best that they had back in 2004. I'm glad actually I replayed it, because in my mind it was... Something fell off. I remember now what it is. The story is incomplete. I had hoped that now... it's like I said, there's something wrong with the story. It just doesn't really make sense, you know? Doesn't really make sense. What's the whole deal with Kreia? And yeah, I sort of get that she betrayed everyone and she sort of manipulated. What did she really want? And with all the masters and what exactly happened to her, the Echo and the Force, and why did she expel them? Oh, we're not going to tell you now. Only when we're together, then you're together, and they don't really get any answers either, and they're being manipulated by Kreia or something. Just, it feels so obtuse. And I hope, and too, there were some major flaw. Like, look at all the rooms are empty. All the rooms are empty. It doesn't make any sense. Why is there on this rock that's obviously unstable some sort of Jedi Academy or like? But the game was completely unfinished. I'd hoped that would have sort of been restored with this mod. Instead, I got a really horrible, boring planet that had me do a lot of running around and not a whole lot of story. And then finally I did rescue that Master Vash, and she perishes, as do all the other Jedi Masters that you saved. Like, what is the deal? What's the dealio? You know, it's... George Lucas said, I watched an interview with Dave Filoni. In case you don't know who Dave is the head producer, main producer, editing director of The Mandalorian, at least one episode or two, or but he's best known for Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels. And if someone has really soaked up George Lucas and Star Wars knowledge, is Dave. I don't think he's the best thing since sliced bread, but he says that if he wants to know how to proceed, he wants to ask George Lucas, and George said, does this give you hope? Does this give you hope? This episode, what you're trying to do here, what you're trying to accomplish. If the answer is no, then it's not Star Wars. Interesting, right? That's fun. That's great. Coming from Dave Filoni, coming from George Lucas. So, if you look at KotOR2, does it give you hope? KotOR1 does, by the way. It's actually, I should have played that, and it would have been shorter too. Man, this is a terrible game in so many respects. So that's my brief review after having revisited KotOR 2. Do please let me know how you feel. This type of game, there have been a lot of role-playing games since that have actually been pretty good. As I was musing a few episodes back, Dragon Age, Mass Effect, those days, the BioWare days, that has gone so downhill with Electronic Arts, the money-grabbing company, cutting corners, focused on profit, focused on multiple massive online role-playing and competing against each other, buying stuff, and now, like, look at Mass Effect Andromeda, complete flop. Dragon Age Inquisition, that honestly had a lot of good things, but it's like too little spread out over too much, like a little bit of butter spread out over too many toast. It's kind of how piece of toast, kind of like what Bilbo describes himself as being a victim of the ring. There's to play through that game in full, especially also if disregarding even DLC, download the content that came out later. That's easily 100 hours, I think, if you want to do everything. Well, about 20 of that is actual story and actually fun. So there is this core that is exceptional. Dragon Age Inquisition, exceptional. It was actually fun. And then there's 80 hours of running around, planting a flag here, planting a flag there. Where do I plant that other flag? Fetching this, fetching that. Discovering this region. You need to discover 20 regions here. Then you gotta get 5 map pieces. Then you gotta get 20 soul skulls pieces. Then you piece them together, go to open that dungeon, and there's this special treasure there. And there's so many of those collection things, and you have to find them. If you don't find them, then over this huge world, you run around, and there have to be two more. I've looked everywhere, and then you look online where they are. Oh, you got to jump on this, and jump on that. Oh, you fall down. Jump on this, jump on that. Oh, you fall down again. You fall down again. And then maybe on the 10th time you do this, you actually manage to stay on there, and then you have to jump to the next part. Who thinks of that? I mean, that game is so bloated. So, what's left? Skyrim, Bethesda, Fallout. Amazing games, both in a whole different way from the BioWare games. Whole different way. There's not as much story and character development and teammates and this banter and developing your relationship with your team. But what it does have is amazing settings. You go into a cave and you find out the story based on what you see, what has happened in that cave, who lived there. You find little journals, people writing down their thoughts in the cave, what has happened, and it's kind of fun, and it's massive. You can do whatever you like. It's nice, but it's really old by now. It's 10 years old, close to 90. It's 90 years old, I think. And Bethesda said, we don't want to be the machine where you push one button and then we publish Elder Scrolls, which is Elder Scrolls 5 is Skyrim, so that's the series, Elder Scrolls. And then after that, you push another button and the next Fallout comes out. And once Fallout's out, you push another button and Elder Scrolls drops again. And that's sort of what they've been doing for years, for decades. And they're saying, we're fed up with that. We want to do something else. We're talented people. We're creative people. We want to do something else. They did 2 other things, completely flopped. No one's waiting for that. We want Elder Scrolls. I understand that you don't want to work on that, but that's what we want. So far, they haven't let me down. I'm going to be honest. I've been playing Elder Scrolls since Elder Scrolls 3, and I think Fallout also since Fallout 3. And then Fallout's Vegas and Fallout 4, and Elder Scrolls 3, Morrowind 4, Oblivion 5, Skyrim. All played that. All of them without question. Same high quality stuff. For their time, it was smashing. So I'm looking forward to Elder Scrolls 6 not coming out yet. It would have come out by now had they not wasted their time on their little hobby projects. But I understand them, but that's not what anyone really was asking for. So sad. And I hope that because they got to focus their creative energies on other stuff, hope they found out what didn't work. And I hope that they use that energy now and are renewed energy-wise to do Elder Scrolls 6. But that's not for a while. Then there's one game that deserves mention because all the other games. I watched Greedfall, a review of Greedfall. Tries to recapture the old BioWare days with Dragon Age Origins, the first Dragon Age series. Yeah, that's a complete fail. Like, I watched some review, and the guy was actually fairly positive about that. Can't see that from the review. That is actually good. So, oh gosh, oh, I guess my listening to myself talk drops me into a slumber. But before I leave you, I just want to say there's one other game in this type of series where you role play, and that's actually really fun. And it is the best game out there. I'm gonna say that now. Easily now, I think my number one, even though Mass Effect 2 is really great, Dragon Age 2 for the longest time used to be my favorite game, despite its many criticisms and flaws. Mass Effect 2 is amazing. Like, your voice actually changes based on the decisions you make. So if you're making jokes the whole time, for instance, then you actually get cutscenes are slightly different. Your voice slightly changes. How they put time in all those recordings just to mirror the choices you made throughout the game is mind-boggling. How much they didn't spend a lot of time in the dungeons. They keep recycling the same freaking dungeon the whole time, so you know exactly how long it's gonna be and what it's gonna look like. So that in that sense, it's boring, but amazing. But Mass Effect 2, great game. Getting the crew together, kind of like on this thing, but so much better. Getting to know everyone, their side missions, loyalty missions, how they interact with one another. It's amazing. But the number one game, even though you don't assemble your own crew, and it's just a single person interacting with the world, but best game hands down, The Witcher 3. I played The Witcher 2, hated it. Why? I couldn't get through the tutorial. Couldn't get through it. It was too difficult to really master everything in the tutorial. And I read that online that is one of the drawbacks, and that you shouldn't be discouraged and just play the game. Well, that just freaking pissed me off. And then you get dropped into a world and you're just sort of they pile all this stuff on you. You have no idea who this character is. So that wasn't great. I eventually, because everyone kept saying, "Oh, such a good game," I really played Witcher 2. And I've since played it many times over because there's so many decisions to make and the world changes based on your decisions. So that's great. Things come back. Actually, things come back that you do in Witcher 2 come back in Witcher 3. Same was for the Dragon Age, by the way. I do remember, and Mass Effect. So, but that was really good. If you spared someone in 2, even though it seemed like the evil like someone really deserved to get their, you know, to get their head lopped off. I don't know, or whatever you wanted to do. I mean, Geralt slashes his sword. Even though there's this nasty witch that has, a sorceress, I should say, that has really, they sent people after you to get you killed, that inflicted so much horror on others, and you let that person go. Actually, there's this assassin that's after you. You let that person go. You can actually help him in Witcher 3 and recruit him, and he'll stand by your side when things get really tough. Boy, the story writing, the graphics, especially for those days and and this game is not old, it's not ancient, but it's been out for several years now. 5 years, maybe more, 6. I can't really remember, but it still holds up amazingly well today. But just things change based on what you do. It's amazing. So Witcher 3, unfortunately I've played it last year, I think, and I've now since finished it like 4 times over, and I'm not really interested in revisiting this game at this point in time. But stuff like that, is really, if you like these kind of games, that's what I would recommend. So anyhow, tangent over. It's it's a 1:15 here. I've been doing this for 2.5 hours. I'm signing off, and this is the last time for now, for a while, that I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go on holiday in Germany for about a week. Then I'm gonna come back, prepare for my job, and I'm starting my new job in September. On September the 1st. Need to get settled, but I'm not. I will keep this channel running, and I might actually use this in ministry. I'm thinking about building a website that does all sorts of stuff, bring that together, like me, like this, my Instagram, my Facebook, my YouTube, my podcast, bring that all together so that people can find me. Prayer for tonight, on the Monday, and permit me to pray on the intercession of Monsignor von Kalster, whom for 1 year every Monday I prayed this psalm with, and he was my moderator, as they say in the old classic seminary tradition, of the first year seminary. He passed on. We've kept in touch, even though I was in seminary in Canada. One day he died of a heart attack. He slept in the room above me, and one day I remember a few things very fondly about the Monsignor. The first is that he invited all the first years in his rectory. He drove binaries down, and so he didn't have a straight, put the gas pedal in. He kept like going like the back, like on off. He was the editor of Communio, which is a large Catholic theological magazine that Cardinal Ratzinger at the time also was head editor of the international version, or German, I think, or Italian, I can't really remember. And the Monsignor was the Dutch editor in chief, and had all those communios in his trunk. So and I'm not a lightweight in the car, and the headlights were like pointing upwards. And people kept flashing their lights at him, like, "Hey, something is off." So this is like to the left here of your wheel. There's probably a button that you can turn the lights downward, and he couldn't find that. So next time, it was completely dark. Next time a car tried to flip their lights at us, he turned the lights off, and we completely panicked. So imagine imagine you're driving there in the dark, and the guy opposite you just suddenly halfway through on the road, like his way to turns off his lights in the complete pitch dark. But we had a wonderful dinner. I remember especially the cheese at the end at this local restaurant. Came to his refectory. Next day we went to place of pilgrimage, Banu in Flanders, or is it Flanders? I think it is. And I bought my St. Joan of Arc statue there, and he knew the owners of the place, and he negotiated a fair price for me. And then one of my buddies was still staying there, and me and at the rectory, and me and another seminarian hit the road home that evening. And as we were leaving, the Monsignor was smoking his cigar. The guy that was staying had some asthma problems. And the Monsignor was smoking his cigar, and we could barely see him through the smoke. He was sitting opposite. We were sitting on one side of the room on the couch, I guess, and he was sitting on the other end in the chair, and we could barely make him out. And Matthias and I, we were scheduled to leave, so we couldn't wait to get out of there. And Peter had to spend the night there and be social with this guy. You could barely see through all the smoke. This is the fattest cigar I've ever seen. So that's the one memory, that time going to his rectory and spending a few days with him. The second thing is that he took me to Rome one day, and he was a promoter for the causes of saints. So if you want to get someone declared to be declared a saint, that is a huge process of many years, and research and miracles and testimonies and research that has to be done. And he was a promoter for several of these causes, and I could carry his briefcase around in Rome, which sounded super stupid, but he felt that made him look important. And I got into all these the Vatican ministry of the dicastery, I guess it's called, for the causes of saint, and talked to some important head honchos there. It felt amazing. I was in the library and saw all these books that contained all the lives of the saints and all the whole process of sanctifying them, I suppose. And I got a copy. They didn't want to hand out the booklet or the official documents that they kept there. I understand, but they made a copy of St. Joan of Arc's trial, and I don't mean her trial on earth here, but I mean the one that they did to get her to become a saint, and the miracles she performed, and why the church decided that she led such a heroic life, and her virtues and whatnot, and I still have that here today, that copy of those documents, and that was a special time. Anywho, for the Monsignor and on his intercession, and I pray for all of you, and join me with this Psalm 86, a poor man's prayer in trouble. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Turn your ear, O Lord, and give answer, for I am poor and needy. Preserve my life, for I am faithful. Save the servant who trusts in you. You are my God. Have mercy on me, Lord, for I cry to you all the day long. Give joy to your servant, O Lord, for to you I lift up my soul. O Lord, you are good and forgiving, full of love to all who call. Give heed, O Lord, to my prayer, and attend to the sound of my voice. In the day of distress I will call, and surely you will reply. So we've gone from the direct supplications to the more reflective. And then the psalmist says, among the gods there is none like you, O Lord, nor work to compare with yours. little side note, there is a transition in the concept of the God of Israel from every nation has a God and we have ours to our God is the better God than the others, and to our God is the one God and the others are rubbish and aren't really gods. So that's interesting. So that among the gods there's none like you, O Lord, no work to compare with yours. All the nations shall come to adore you and glorify your name, O Lord, for you are great and do marvelous deeds, you who alone are God. So this is interesting. This little section is more reflecting, praising God, extolling God's glory. And then the psalmist goes on and in supplication again, show me, Lord, your way, so that I may walk in your truth. Guide my heart to fear your name. And if God does this, now the psalmist says, this is what I will do for you. I will praise you, Lord my God, with all my heart and glorify your name forever. For your love to me has been great. You have saved me from the depths of the grave. The proud, now the deeds of the Lord. The proud have risen against me. Ruthless men seek my life. To you they pay no heed. But you, God of mercy and compassion, slow to anger, O Lord, abounding in love and truth, turn and take pity on me. O give your strength to your servant, and save your handmaid's son. Show me a sign of your favor, that my foes may see to their shame, that you console me and give me your help. Glory to the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and will be forever. Amen. And as St. Paul says in his letter to the Corinthians, blessed be God who comforts us in all our trials. Amen. All right, guys, that was night prayer for tonight. And for now, my last broadcast. I will be back. I don't know in what way, shape, or form. I'll be pleased to continue this little ministry online. Every time I find out about 20 to 30 people watch this thing I do, and that's 20 or 30 people, that's good enough for me. Thank you to all of you who hear this. Please continue to pray. Please continue to pray for me, and I for you.